It's a warm welcome to you viewers as we meet on this week's episode of Crime Watch, a program brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, to inform you of our roles and operations. I'm your host, Tendeke Dandaradzi. It's good to have you along. Police is concerned with people who continue to flout COVID-19 preventive protocols and guidelines. Of particular concern are people who reluctantly fail to wear face masks while others improperly put them on. As a result of this, more people continue to be arrested for flouting this basic requirement. By the 24th of May 2021, the total cumulative figure of arrests for COVID-19 related offences rose to 681,466 after 1,287 people were arrested for failure to wear a face mask that particular day. 10 for opening business establishments, except those exempted, while 71 were arrested for liquor-related offences. A collective responsibility approach will see us conquer COVID-19. Moving on, police in Bulawayo apprehended 6 robbers for a spate of robbery cases they committed in and around Bulawayo. Their arrest led to the clearance of several such cases.
The 6 accused persons were arrested after they had committed a case of armed robbery in Montgomery suburb. They proceeded to the complainant's place of residence during the night. They were armed with a pistol. They forced open the French door and went straight into the complainant's bedroom, where they tied the complainant and the other occupants. They then demanded for cash, and he took cash amounting to $500. They took an S9 Samsung cell phone, and they also take motor vehicle keys for an NP300, which belongs to the complainant, before they went away. Investigations led to the arrest of the first accused person, Abed Nikonjov, who then implicated the other 5 accused persons. Further interview upon them led to the recovery of the pistol which they were using in the commission of their crimes. The accused persons were also linked to 2 other cases which were committed in Bulawayo. One of the cases was committed at the Trek Garage at Gwabaland, where the accused persons went to the garage on 1st March 2021. They were armed with a pistol. They went there, they tied the security personnel, and they went on to blast the safe, and took money amounting to over $15,000 before they went away. We are still carrying out investigations to see if we can try and link these accused persons to many other cases which were occurring in Greater Bulawayo during the same period. In another case, police recovered a Toyota Land Cruiser which was stolen at an armed robbery which occurred on 26 April 2021 at Zapalala shop in Belmont area, where about 6 accused persons armed with pistols. They went to the place and tied the security guards who were manning the place before they went in to break into the shop through the roof, grind the safe to cut it open, and stole money which was inside the shop, the safe. After they had stolen the money, the accused persons demanded the car keys to a Toyota Land Cruiser which was parked in the yard. They took the keys and drove away the motor vehicle as a getaway car. They then later dumped the motor vehicle along Solus Road, where it was then recovered.
Still with robbery cases, police in Midlands Province accounted for 2 syndicates involved in criminal activities in Kwekwe and Gweru respectively. A total of 9 people are in police custody in connection with robbery, rape, as well as unlawful entry into premises and theft cases. Crime Watch spoke to police spokesperson for Midlands Province over the phone to shed more light on these cases.
Police in Midlands Province has busted 2 criminal syndicates who specialized in breakings into houses and stealing valuable property in Gweru and Kwekwe, respectively. They were so daring to the extent of attacking occupants they found in the premises they broke into, while in some instances they went on to rape females they found. The first gang, comprising 5 suspects, was arrested on 11 May 2021. These are Takuana Swanda, aged 26, of no fixed abode, Trust Moyo, 26, no fixed abode, Sydney Kapente, 23 years of Gore compound, Ridgemont in Gweru, Samuel Murisi, 21 years of Ascot Infield, Dyson Manzeve, 21 years of No Fixed Abode. The second group is also a 5-man gang and 4 suspects have been arrested and 1 is still outstanding. They are linked to Kwekwe cases but all reside in Gweru. They are Madon Makuni, aged 20 of Ascot, Tapua Neva Romani, aged 25 of Ascot, Leonard Maprazi, aged 19 of Claymont in Gweru, Ashley Moses, aged 23 of Ascot. 1 is still outstanding and is only known as Donny. May members of the public who know him and his whereabouts come with the vital information so that he is also arrested. The 2 criminal gangs were taken to Gweru and Kwekwe courts respectively. The Kwekwe gang appeared in court facing 13 counts and have since been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment for 1 case and were remanded to 26 May 2021 for continuation of trials for the remaining 12 cases. The other gang appeared in court at Gweru on 14 May 2021 facing 6 counts. They were remanded to 28 May 2021 for trial.
Crime Watch takes a short break. Join us shortly. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch. ZRP Criminal Investigations Department Mvurwi accounted for 4 fraudsters who fleeced several business people in Mashonaland Central Province by purporting to be suppliers of mealie meal at subsidized prices.
We received a case of fraud in which the victim, a local business person, deposited 420,000 RTGS dollars into fraudsters' accounts. The said amount was meant to purchase about 60 tons of maize, which were never delivered to him. We investigated the case and we managed to arrest 3 of them. Madzudzo, aged 43 years. Second one, Jonathan Muchemwa, aged 44 years. Simuka Ndawana, aged 44 years again. We have since taken them to Mount Aaron Court and they were remanded in custody. We established that these fraudsters, the number of outstanding cases all over Zimbabwe, for instance, in Manicaland, they are wanted by Siadir Sape, they are wanted in Blawayo, Hutu and Mashingo, and there are a number of cases which are still being reported.
Zimbabwe boasts of being one of the most peaceful countries in the African continent. Police is key in maintaining a peaceful environment, and just recently, police in Matebelele North Province conducted an operation No to Umbulu, that is no to violence, and arrested a violent and stock-stealing gang of 11 people in Gavavi community under Gweluchena Police in Kai district.
We received a lot of stock theft cases and violence from Mateme base. We attended them through an operation. Intelligence was gathered of those people who committed crimes of stock theft and violence. A night raid was carried out and 11 accused persons or suspects were fished out from 11 homes. And some of them were coming from Gokwe and Zoli Ezeshombe. And they had matches, axes, and also logs. We are still in the process of arranging a joint operation with Gokwe and Zombe so that we fish out these criminals. We will try our level best to arrest those who commit offenses of violence to the community. We want a community that is free from violence without fear of crime.
On this week's road safety issues, let's join Elliot Kuzaiganyani as he talks to Mr. Ernest Muchena of the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much, Tendekai. Zimbabwe joined the rest of the world in commemorating the 6th United Nations Road Safety Week that was between the 17th to the 23rd of May 2021. Now, during this week, a particular day was put aside for a safe cycles campaign. You agree with me that we've witnessed a number of accidents involving cyclists. Now, to delve more into events that happened during this particular day, we have the Acting Director of Operations Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Ernest Muchena. I'll go straight into my first question. Can you share with us the highlights of this particular day?
The campaign was carried out in major cities in the country. During this campaign, we were emphasizing on visibility of the cyclists. So we were donating some retroreflective material and we were actually sticking those onto the bicycles.
There's some important things that cyclists would want to know. We have the general rules of cycling. What are they?
First and foremost, let's talk about the person who rides a bicycle. That person does not obtain a driver's license as in the case with motorists, but he or she is required to follow the same rules that are followed by motorists. For instance, he must ride the bicycle on the left-hand side of the road. Where a cycle track is provided, the law states that the cyclist must only use that portion of the road where there's a cycle track, which may be found on either side of the road. The bicyclist is also expected to follow the same rules. He or she must also give hand signals as is required of motorists. According to rules of the road regulations, it is an offense for cyclists to cycle 2 abreast, 3 abreast. Cyclists are expected to cycle in a single file. The one who is nearest to the right-hand side of the road is the one guilty of an offense.
So what about those pedal cycles that have got 3 or more wheels?
Actually, the way of the law in emphasizing that people should not ride 2 abreast is to ensure that there is adequate space in the width of the lane. So if a pedal cycle has got 3 or more wheels, the law prohibits that pedal cycle to ride next to any vehicle. So they have to occupy the lane. The Traffic Safety Council would also like to appeal to motorists to share the road safely. There are some motorists who do not respect cyclists, who do not leave enough distance between themselves and the pedal cyclist. And in the event that the cyclist is using a 3-wheeler or more than 3 wheels, then they should allow them to use the full lane of the road in front of them and overtake them the way they would overtake any other vehicle.
What are some of the conditions that are expected on any bicycle or a tricycle that go consistent with roadworthiness?
Actually, there are rules governing the condition of bicycles, and they are found in Statutory Instrument 129 of 2015, which are construction equipment and use regulations for both motor vehicles and cycles. Every pedal cycle must have a white light in front. That white light must be able to illuminate the road ahead a distance of not less than 3 meters and also not more than 30 meters. The cyclist must also ensure that his or her cycle is fitted with brakes which operate on the front wheel and also on the rear wheel separately. They must ensure that if there are no mudguards on the bicycle, they must fit the retroreflective material on the left and the right hand fork of the vehicle. Then also additional retroreflective material, which is amber in color, may be fitted on the spokes and pedals of the bicycles. And the whole idea is to ensure that a cyclist is visible from a distance as they interact on a day-to-day basis with motor vehicles.
Now, in closing, what are your parting words to cyclists out there?
I would like to warn some cyclists who have mastered very bad habits of riding their cycles facing oncoming traffic, that is using the right-hand side of the road. Then there are some who have got a very bad habit, which is also punishable at law, of holding on to a moving vehicle. They stop cycling and they hold on to a moving vehicle, which is very dangerous in case that vehicle stops suddenly and without any warning.
I must say thank you very much, Mr. Ernest Muchena, for such an educative and informative discussion. There you have it, viewers. That was the Acting Director of Operations Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Ernest Muchena. He was sharing with us there on a particular day that was selected during the 6th United Nations Global Road Safety Week to do with safe cycling. I do believe that you learned a lesson or two. You rejoin Tendekai Dandaratsi in the third and final segment.
Welcome to the third and final segment of Crime Watch. ZRP Harare Provincial Relations Liaison Office teamed up with other sister sections within the province on crime awareness campaigns at tobacco auction floors in the capital city. The campaigns are meant to alert farmers on new methods used by criminals to defraud or steal money from unsuspecting victims.
Kunana tsotsi vanoya voda kukunyengerai vanoya vachitanga kutsvaka rubatsiro kunge vada kukubatsirai kunge vanokuzivai tapota let's not entertain my strangers uyewo patiri kufamba tisafambe kana kuchinge kwasviba handitika semapurisa enyu ekucid vehicle theft squad tinokukurudzirai kuti huyai nemotokari dzamuri kuda kutenga dzozouya dzotariswa musati masiyana nemari yenyu makangotanga kungobhadhara musati mavheterwa motikari dzamuri kuda kutenga kuti dzakamira sei. Zivai kuti muchasangana nematsotsi avo vachatora mari dzenyu. Imi mucharasikirwa 1 nemari uyezve nemotikari iya yaunenge watenga iya sezvo inenge isina kumira zvakanaka.
Nhau dzekubirwa kwemari mumakati dzikuramba dzichirikira chose. Iya inonzi pini kana kuti kati idunga munhu kati haripiwi munhu. Nenzvimbo dzatakaona patsvakurudzo yatakaita dzinoratidza kuti ndiko kunonyanya kuparwa mhosva idzi kwatinotenga zvimwiwa zviya zvinodhaka. Iko kuya ndiko kune makoronyera vari kuisa zvimishina zvavo zvinotibira information inenge iri mumakadhi medu votogadzira mamwe zvemakadhi avanozoshandisa kuti vange vachitenga zvinhu asi mari inenge ichibva muakaundi medu. Kana tafunga kuti tinoda kutenga zvinhu vabereki dzingava dzimba zvinhu zvinotengeswa pamasaisai eWhatsApp paya ngatingwarirei. Kana dzingava dzimba ngatiendei kumakambani akaita sekuDizi office uku kwatinokwanisa kunopenengura magwaro tichiratidza kuti zveshuwa kana kuti zvechokwadi munhu uyu ndiye muridzi chaiye here ari kuda kutitengesera.
As the Zimbabwe Public Police, it is our mandate to carry out crime awareness campaigns, especially at tobacco auction floors during their season, so that we guard against common crimes which usually occur during the season. As Zimbabwe Public Police, we are happy to hear and note that crime has generally decreased at the auction floors as compared to previous years.
A call there to farmers, not only in Harare but all over the country, to be on the lookout for such criminals. The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare Province, Honorable Oliver Chidau, recently visited ZRP Support Unit Province. He was briefed on challenges being faced by ZRP members and officers and their families by the officer commanding Police Support Unit Province.
He has witnessed and he has been able to talk and see some of the challenges that we are experiencing as the ZRP Support Unit in Chikurubi. He managed to look at the new secondary school that has been established to cater for children of our members. He has been able to see the sewer reticulation system that is facing serious challenges, the water challenges that have bedeviled us for quite some time. He also managed to look at the camp hospital that requires expansion and establishment of a maternity wing. He also had time to look at our accommodation and the challenges that we face in terms of accommodation. It is very pertinent and important to address the welfare of members, taking into account that support unit officers deploy to outside areas for quite some time, sometimes in excess of 2 months, 3 months, and addressing their welfare back home so that whenever they are from deployment, they can afford a rest and a peaceful rest for that matter.
He promised to urgently attend to pertinent issues such as water reticulation and sewer system, among others.
Nyika haigoni kudevelopa kana kusina security. Zvimwe zvese zvatingada kuita tinozviita kana vanhu vane vakaguta kuno rugare. So chatati tibuye kuzoona kuti mugere sei ndechekuti imi ndimi munoita kuti tive norunyararo, munochengetedza kuti president vedu vachitaura nyaya yedevelopment vanenge vachitaura development inoitirwa kuino rugare, peace and stability. So tava kuotenda kuti totenda nebasa ramunotiitira. Tavonawo nemagariro amakaita. I think chaendavo kunotaura nevakuru kuti vataurire magariro acho. Zvikuru takanangana nenyaya yemvura. Hakuna unogona kurarama asingamwi mvura oro asingagezi. Mvura nesewage ndo musimboto upenyu hwavanhu ihwohwo. So izvo zviri agent zvokuti chaenda kunotaura kuti tione kuti mungabetserekana sei. Takanangana nenyaya yemvura. Zvimwe zvese tinozogadzirisa asi munogadzirisa kavanhu vari vapenyu. Ukangoshayiwa mvura taparara. Zvandaona pana hazvingamiri 6 months, especially nyaya dzamaboreholes. Dzoda kuti dzizoitwa izvezvi. So tichaenda kunotaura vona vakuru kuti tsvake homwe dzinenge dziripo dzokuti mabohol amataura tikagona kugara pasi tione kuti angakurumidzwa sei, totaura nevekuzimwa vatibetserewo.
Before we come to the end of this week's episode, here are some of the people on the police wanted list. Lotito Police Station is looking for these people: Godfrey Mujigiwa, whose last known address is house number 5, Sarin Close, Maubra, Harare, for fraud. B. Gitaramba of Nyamanji Village, Chief Lotito, for attempted murder case. Lastly, Lenmo Kasekera of Mafundira Village, Chief Lotito, is also wanted for rape. Anyone with information that may help in the location of these people can contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. Alternatively, you can link with us on our Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe or like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. Be reminded that all Crime Watch episodes are accessible on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. Let's continue working together to maintain peace in our community. Together we stand, divided we fall. From me, Tendeka Dandarasi, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.